naps after long drives, the carefree moment after fighting for a swing, childhood rushing to mind. It's a sunny disposition, and watching you walk the horizon. It's the rain, the people I love, the people who care, the people who make time for us. It's being here, it's being home, and I have so much to be grateful for.
I'm here to talk to you about Thanksgiving, the act of giving thanks, the act of showing gratitude. Now, gratitude. What is gratitude? Gratitude is a buzzword. It is trendy. I can say that. I use gratitude a lot, especially in the context of self-care. But if you asked me how I would define gratitude, I wouldn't be able to put it into words. And so I had to ask Mr. Google for help, and he told me that gratitude is an act of appreciation. It's expressing appreciation. It's showing thanks and the readiness to show thanks and to return kindness. But that gave me even more to think about because I emphasize gratitude a lot, especially in the context of self-care, as I said. And there are studies out there that show that gratitude helps in maintaining a healthy lifestyle and in attaining a holistic sense of well-being, encompassing physical health, mental health, emotional health, social health. So it's important. But am I practicing what I preach? Am I doing what I tell others to do? Am I sticking to my values because I value gratitude? And alhamdulillah, as I was reflecting, I realized that being a Muslim has really been gracious to me in the sense that it has instilled a spirit of gratitude in saying alhamdulillah all the time. For example, in saying alhamdulillah when I first wake up and, take my first breath after I wake up, and in saying alhamdulillah after I finish eating my food, and even if the food is bad, just saying alhamdulillah that I have sustenance, and alhamdulillah that, every step I take, I'm able-bodied to do so. And just having this gratitude is so important in Islam. It is a highly valued virtue in Islam. So, with that, from an Islamic standpoint, gratitude is exceptionally important. And if you are a non-Muslim watching this, I want to say that it is equally just as important for you to instill habits of gratitude in your life because you will see positive change. I am completely 100% advocating that everybody instill habits of gratitude in their life. Now, this is not just in times of ease, but also in times of hardship. And this is the second point I'll make from the Islamic standpoint, which is that when you are grateful, not just in times of ease, but in times of hardship, ease will follow. Because when you are being grateful or expressing gratitude, even in times of hardship, when you remember all the things that are going well, all the good in your life, all the hidden and seen blessings in your life, then you are able to reframe your mindset, to recenter yourself, to redirect all your energy to something more positive, because that equips you better to handle any hardship, to face adversity, to overcome the obstacles in your life. Because you've already come this far, of course you can handle more. Now that said, the third point I like to make from the Islamic standpoint would be to be grateful for what we already have. This is super important because, especially here in the West, we have this mentality of want, this mentality of consumerist driven, almost like greed, in the sense that we want to collect, we want whatever we don't have, what others have that we don't, right? And this can be really toxic because it leads to you being dissatisfied with what your life already looks like. You're so focused on what you don't have. And an attitude of scarcity only leads to attracting more of it. So it's so important to maintain gratitude for whatever you already have and to remember it. We can never count the blessings that are bestowed upon us, so just remember that. And my other point from the Islamic standpoint would be that what we have could not be but for the help of God and others. Okay, so be grateful to not just God, but to others as well. The Prophet ﷺ once said that he who does not thank others, who does not thank the people, does not thank Allah. So that's so monumentally important because that tells you that if you are not expressing and practicing gratitude towards the people around you, whether it be your neighbor, your family, your friends, a stranger, then you are not practicing gratitude in its entirety to Allah either. So this is important in the sense that here in the West especially, we have this idea of being self-made, of self-sufficiency, of individualism. And I get it, but this idea can be toxic in the sense that you fail to give recognition and gratitude towards those who deserve it, towards those who have helped you, even in minimal ways, on your journey. Gratitude is fundamental in Islam. It is mentioned again and again in the Quran. So I started researching benefits of gratitude, and I found that with habits of gratitude come an increased level of optimism, more energy, kindness, better relationships with yourself and with others, compassion, more motivation, higher levels of productivity, better decision-making abilities and skills, better self-esteem, and confidence. So gratitude helps so much in all areas of your life. So if it's that important, how do we practice gratitude? How do we instill a habit of gratitude in our lives? And I've crafted 5 different suggestions that you can take into incorporating gratitude in your life. Number 1 would be the trendy way. It would be to keep a gratitude log or journal in which you take time every single day, whether it be in the morning when you wake up or at night before you sleep or in your lunch break, to write down a list of things you are grateful for. And I tend to have a hard time with this, so I have done some research to see different sentence starters even to help you get thinking for writing out a list. Number 1 would be to start with, I am grateful for. Number 2, I am thankful for. Number 3, my favorite part about today was. Number 4 was, one person who made my day great was, or one person who contributed to positivity for me today was. Things like that. Just thinking in that context really helps you. And then number 2, however, would be then to take part in a gratitude challenge, and it could be a week long, a month long, a year long, and this really is just to help you instill the habit of thinking with a mindset of gratitude. And this is a more guided prompt type of activity, so if you find it hard to sit down with a blank piece of paper to write a list of things you're grateful for, this would be perfect for you because there will be guided prompts in which you can focus more, it's just a more focused way of approaching gratitude and recognizing the gratitude in your life. Number 3 would be positive affirmations. For me, that's alhamdulillah. In good times and in bad times, I say alhamdulillah because that helps me to recognize that in times of hardship, when I am being grateful for other things that are already okay or that I am blessed with, like clean air, water, food, then I can look for the silver lining. When we are facing some type of adversity, it feels like life is crashing down in front of us, but inshallah there's more that will come. So if you face it with your head on straight and positivity, then you will be able to overcome it. So positive affirmations really help with that. It helps to stop any negative speech and thought in its tracks. My 4th tip for how to instill habits of gratitude would be to do a random act of kindness every day, whether that's smiling at a stranger, giving charity, giving food to someone, helping with chores around the house, doing something for your peers or your teacher, or your coworkers or boss. That's just a random act of kindness in your day that not only helps you feel good, but others as well. And it always feels good to put a smile on someone else's face. So just keep that in mind as you go through your day. Number 5, my 5th tip would be to verbalize your gratitude, to share it, to express it. A lot of times we think that people know that we're grateful for what they do for us, like our parents, for example, but sometimes they might feel like we're taking them for granted because we never really express our gratitude. And when we do, it makes them feel like, yeah, everything I've done, they recognize it and they appreciate it. And that's so meaningful. So make sure to take time in your day to always say thank you, even for little things, even to the cashier at the store. Say thank you. The reason why I've chosen these 5 steps in helping you to implement habits of gratitude would be because they also fall into the 3 categories of gratitude or thankfulness, shukr. In Islam, we believe there are 3 different ways to express gratitude, and that is shukr of the qalb, so gratitude of the heart, that is always thanking Allah internally and having good intentions in your actions and also being well-intentioned towards other people and wishing good upon others. And then there's thankfulness of the tongue, and that is verbalizing it, saying alhamdulillah out loud, saying thank you to others. That is so important, complimenting one another, and also just being gracious to yourself and motivating yourself too. Then there is shukr of the body, so thankfulness of the limbs, and that is so important in the sense that you are physically carrying out an act of kindness in which gratitude can be shown. So, like I said, giving charity, smiling at somebody, helping someone with something that they're doing. I feel like gratitude is really the key to positivity overall, to attaining contentment in your life, peace, prosperity, success, and growth. And it is something that really helps you to empathize with others at the same time, and this is so key to how we grow as a society too. Now, I hope that you have learned something about gratitude today, or that I've given you some food for thought, because inshallah I will be coming out with more content around different self-care type of topics like today's topic, and with the Islamic perspective as well, because I'm learning and I want to share what I learn as well, and I hope that it's useful to each and every one of you, whether you are Muslim or not. So stay tuned, inshallah. I hope you take care, you stay safe, you stay warm, and you stay dry. Remember, gratitude is a choice, and it is something that you can create a habit out of, and it is something that will help your day-to-day life and your future. Assalamu alaikum. Have a great day. Bye.